please raise your hand and we will get started. John?
Hey, Sydney, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Just to start, obviously when you're trying to win games to make a playoff push, it would be nice to have an easy schedule. But with these two games against, some of the top teams in the WNBA, how are you guys kind of approaching those two games? And I'll just leave it there. How are you guys approaching the two games against the top of the table right now?
I think this season has shown that across the board, no matter what anybody's record is, everybody is competing really hard. And I know Minnesota, Seattle, their record puts them at the top of the standings. But each game, especially as there is a collective playoff push from a lot of teams, it forces us all to be on our A game. And so I think it's continuing to hone in on what we're trying to do against each opponent and how we're going to stay true to ourselves and how we're going to have success against whoever we're facing that night. So our approach continues to be the same. We've prepared, we've watched film, we've talked through different scenarios, we've walked through different scenarios, and then now it's just time to go out and compete really, really hard. And I think Minnesota brings that out of everybody. The way that they play, how hard they play, how physical they are. It's going to demand a different level of competition out of us. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do with that tonight.
At this point in the season, do you feel like you can learn anything about yourselves, or do you feel like you guys pretty much know who you are and it's just a matter of executing?
I think we're constantly learning about ourselves. There's so many dimensions and levels as an individual that you can reach while you're competing. And then as a group, you add a lot of different factors that are outside of ourselves. And there's so many things in a season that take place that are out of our control. And so we're constantly responding and reacting and being able to adjust on the fly to whatever each day demands and in-game adjustments. So I think each experience will continue to teach us about ourselves, and we're going to continue to learn as a group and as individuals.
And last thing for me, I know we're still waiting to hear whether Tina's going to play tonight, and not asking you to give us any classified intel, but how has she looked in practice since she's gotten back? And does it make a difference, even if she doesn't play, does it help you guys just to have her, travel with you or be there even if she won't play?
Yeah, she's looked really good. That's been the theme for our season is whoever is suiting up that night, be prepared when your name is called. And that's our jobs as professionals and as a group, is to put the pieces together on any given night. So whoever does suit up tonight will be ready to compete.
Awesome. Thanks, Sydney. Good luck.
Thank you.
Pat? I think you might be on mute. There you go.
Are you calling on me? Just want to make sure.
Yep, you.
Okay, sorry about that. Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
I'm Pat Bourzy. I'm filling in for the Washington Post tonight.
Okay.
Wanted to ask you about the trip to George Floyd Square yesterday. Whose idea was it, and what was the experience like?
It was on the itinerary when we got it a couple days ago. I don't know if it was Coach T's idea, but as an organization, it was important for us to make a trip there. It's tough to put into words how powerful it was to be in those places because of, for me, I just thought of the moments that took place there, and then the moments that followed across the country, across the world, following that day. And it was amazing to see how they brought good to those environments. There were memorials, there were gardens, there were flowers, there were posters, there was art, there was expression. And it's a place for people to be heard, to be seen, and for us to be able to stand in those places together to take it in. Each person, I'm sure, has their own experiences with that moment. But I know for me, it was super powerful to be standing there and to feel, you felt so many things because you see things on TV. It's one thing to see things on TV, but then when you're actually standing there in those moments and you're able to feel things, it makes it super real on a different level. And I think it's another one of those moments that shifts your perspective of there's so many things that are much deeper than basketball. And we're fortunate to have this platform where we can have an experience like that and we can express ourselves on the court and as a group. But I think there's an underlying motivation that each of us carries as we take the floor and we suit up, and it's a reminder that there are things that are way more important and deeper than a basketball game, but we are fortunate to use this platform to advocate for those matters in any way that we can.
What kind of emotions did you feel as you were standing there?
I felt sadness. I think I felt embarrassment as well. As a white woman, I just think of the roots of this country, and I know there's a lot of layers to it, but there's still things that need to be fixed, and there's heaviness that is felt by a lot of people, and in a country that boasts about freedom and justice for all, for there to still be a heaviness that people are feeling in ways that I will never understand. I can only empathize with and listen to, that it hurts me on behalf of those people that carry a different weight. And I think there was anger too, because there's so much progress, and with that anger, there's hope, because there's so much progress that we can collectively achieve as we continue to have conversations, as we continue to take action and make real change take place.
Okay, thank you, Sydney.
Thank you.
Natalie?
This is kind of off base, but who do you think is the best two guard defender in the league?
Ooh, there's a lot of people that come to mind. I know that on our team, I mean, I'm biased, but I love Tasha's defense. I love A's defense. I think they are some of the best defenders on the wings against point guards in the league. But having just played Connecticut as well, I think Breon January, she's able to guard 1 through 3. Her defense she's always been a pest. I mean, I grew up in Arizona watching her at ASU. And since those days, I mean, she's been all over the floor. She makes things difficult. She throws off the rhythm of offenses, and that's her job, and she takes pride in it. And so I think that Breon January has to be close to the top, if not at the top, for the best defender in that guard position.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it, Sid. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.
You too.